the middle of the party said, get the cool feeling for happy. They went fire. Dancing and talking about the power of the gospel. Get the cool feeling for happy. They went fire. They went fire. Purple and talking about the power of the gospel. Getting the cool feeling for happy. They went fire.
Just seems to feel the beat, look at our body. Why don't we keep the rhythm till body's down? Now people wanna stop the frenzy happening, but when the DJ stops the sound, let us ride. They went fire. Purple and talking about the power of the gospel. Getting the cool feeling for happy. They went fire. Seems to feel the beat, look at our bouncing. Why don't we keep the rhythm till body's down? Now people wanna stop the frenzy happening, but when the DJ stops the sound, let us ride. Seems to feel the beat, look at our bouncing. Why don't we keep the rhythm till body's down? Now people wanna stop the frenzy happening, but when the DJ stops the sound, let us ride. kick, we got can rejoice. Nobody knows what they're looking for. A kind of battle like some maybe more. Swing on, brother, swing. Come on, the swing begin. Swing on, brother, swing. Don't stop, swing begin. Boys and girls, shake your knees and move a feel crazy as real. Clap your hands, snap a finger, then sing. Popeye, Popeye. Here comes Penny, no dancing ring. Looking for the king of the swing. So clap your hands, snap a finger, then sing. Brother swing. Sing, brother swing. Come on, the swing again. Sing, brother swing. Don't stop, swing again. Snap a finger and sing. Here comes the no dancing ring, ring. Looking for the king of the swing. So clap your hands, snap a finger and sing. No better swing. Sing, brother, swing. Come on, the swing begin. Sing, brother, swing. Don't stop, swing begin.
Welcome to Daywave. A little electro swing before we get all sad. Before we get all sad, how about a little uplifting music? If you like it, it's Caravan Palace. I played it yesterday. I played some more of their songs today. Hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Daywave, folks. We're live as the world burns. I'm trying not to be fucking sad. I really am. I mean, it's difficult, right? It's not easy. Somebody said beer helps. I mean, it does. You drink, I guess, but still pretty bad. Still pretty bad. I mean, yesterday was a little bit. Well, it's not. It was kind of better, but it was still bad. It's still bad. I'm just enjoying a little less bit of music before we get into it. I mean, we have to, right? We have to. You know what's going to be talked about today? That's what we talk about every day. I can't sit here and pretend to fucking play other stuff and have fun, but just ignore the world burning. It's not easy, folks. Enjoying it. I'm getting a little bit of fun in. Just a tiny bit. We're going to have a tiny bit of fun. Un poquito. Surprised Thomas Murphy hasn't commented on the riots. He comments about everything, but I've been watching. Nothing. Nothing on the riots. Thomas Murphy's not going to let that affect his life. He's going to go to Safeway. He's going to work. And he's going to move on with his life.
Whoa!
Thank you, Katie.
I miss Happy Papa smiling to twerk videos.
I know. Don't you think that Happy Papa misses watching twerk video? Of course I do. Of course I do. You don't think that that's all I want to do? Of course, that's all I want to do, guys. You know that. You know that. But we can't. We just can't. We can't pretend that this isn't happening. We can't pretend that this isn't happening. Heidi's right. Look, we all want to watch dork videos, all right? 5 cops shot last night. Nice. Well, no, not nice. I'm being sorry. I don't want anyone to get shot. But, Jesus Christ, how bad's it going to keep getting? How bad? This was earlier on. We'll just go a little bit later into the evening. Because the later it gets, the crazier it gets. You know, the old saying was sun's out, guns out, but it's starting to be more like sundown, guns out, because that's what's happening. People sitting in the road, that's going to fix, all these things are going to fix racial inequality. Nero watched work videos as Rome burned. Absolutely, guys. Let's just do it. Let's watch. Look, I will interslice, intercut. Intersplice, internet. I'll put whatever. I will try to actually utilize palate cleansers a little bit today, because it is It is sad AF up in this motherfucker, guys. Sad AF. But don't worry. Don't worry, folks. Don't worry, folks. Oh, catch a bus with an ATM. See, I seen that video. The problem is that video's mislabeled. That video's from like 6-7 months ago. That had nothing to do with this. It's a funny video, don't get me wrong, but it had nothing to do with it. But look, guys, I have good news. I'm going to tell you things that are going on today that are going to help racial injustice in this country, that are going to help corrupt cops learn their lesson, that are going to teach certain inner city people the correct way to make change. We'll be doing that today on Daywave because we have a lot of stuff here, guys. A lot of things that are going on. I'm glad you're here with me. I am. It's safer here than out there. People will be having blackout profile pics. People are not supposed to be using YouTube, Twitter, or any social media today in solidarity. In solidarity, we're not. I'm using it to tell people not to use it. See, I found a loophole. Yeah, look, believe it or not, they're running ads on my channel now. Somebody told me. Finally, I guess. Maybe it's because I had more views yesterday. I don't know. But look, I mean, I'll take it. Well, as long as they allow it. Look, solidarity. Yes, today is National Blackout Day, and it's honestly not a great fucking theme to go. Blackout Tuesday poster drowning out vital information shared under the Black Lives Matter hashtag. As part of Blackout Tuesday, protests originally organized by workers in the music industry. Gee, guys, who runs the music industry? What stake would they have in this? Users on social media, particularly Instagram, are sharing images of black squares in solidarity with black victims of police violence, but many are tagging their posts with hashtag Black Lives Matter, obscuring a channel that's been used to share vital information about protest, organization, donations, and document police violence. So, and also, I believe that every channel was at the same time. Every channel was playing the "I can't breathe" thing. The "I can't breathe" thing. Let me see if I can find the video. It should be easy because every station did this. Here it is. So at some point yesterday, every station at the same time, because don't worry, guys, they're not run all by the same people and, have an agenda to run. They don't do that stuff. That's not what the media is about. They played this. They played, and Nickelodeon included, Disney Channel, MTV, you fucking name it, they fucking played it. It was 8 minutes and 35 seconds of just saying "I can't breathe" and then, a way to donate money, I guess. I know LeBron wore the shirt. I get it. Well, LeBron can't win either, so let's relax. This is what they played. We're gonna be playing these 8 minutes and 15 seconds here on this show. Except I'm gonna talk over it. And to sit here and pretend that this isn't going to stoke more violence and make people more mad and all this isn't helping. And they know look, man, these people know it's not helping. They know it's not helping. Ice-T out there, fucking cop killer, but then playing a fucking terrible acting on SVU, fucking trying to make people fight. Ice Cube posting pictures of the wrong white guy. LeBron James, who didn't even fucking graduate high school correctly. They made him pass because he was so good. They didn't go to college or anything. Telling us about this in their mansions, in their gated communities, about black people. Listen, don't get me wrong. I'm 100% think that the police is corrupt. And I said it yesterday, so I'm not going to try to rehash it. But you know my thoughts on the police, and you know my thoughts of how poorly trained they are and the shit that they do. It's a bigger issue than just black people. It is, and I know it's uncomfortable to hear that to some people because we've become so tribalized, right? Like we're these little tribes or these little sects that nobody can. I said sex, you fucking perverts. That we can't see beyond it. You know, we can't go, holy fuck, because once we separate these things, then what happens is instead of focusing on police brutality, focusing on dumb shit that cops do all the time and get away with all the time. Instead, the problem that you have is that now you're giving cover. Now you're giving cover to these very police officers. Because now people start sympathizing for them, and now no changes get made. No changes get made. Nothing. How long are we in? We still got 6 minutes left of this I Can't Breathe thing, guys. Still got 6 minutes left. But we talked about it yesterday. We could talk about it again today. We're sitting here now, fucking President Ding Dong and fuckface Jared Kushner, or the guy who's running this country, by the way, is Jared Kushner. The only person that's really sad right now in the upper echelon is Dr. Fauci, because he doesn't get the little midget ass doesn't get on TV and go, "I'm a hero. The virus is killing people." What happened was, if you remember that scene from The Simpsons with all the lambs when they go to the petting farm, it's when Lisa becomes a vegan in The Simpsons, and they have the "out of the way, you." That's what's happening with Fauci. Let me see. I could probably pull it up, guys. Make sure you're not breathing. I'm gonna have to breathe because I got to talk, but you still got 4 minutes left, so don't pass out on me, okay? Don't pass out on me, please. That's all I ask. I don't need you guys to pass out on me. So this is look, I'm going to minimize the I Can't Breathe thing just for a second. Don't worry, guys. I understand how vitally important this video is. But this is basically this is Dr. Fauci right here, okay? See, this guy's Dr. Fauci. Here we go. This right here, see, that was Dr. Fauci, okay? Fine. This right here, this one right here, this was the Hornets. These were the Death Hornets, okay? And that right there, these are the riots. These are the riots. Here comes Fauci. Here comes Fauci.
Out of the way, you.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about you anymore, big guy. Nobody. We still got 3 minutes. Are you guys holding your breath? Yeah, you know Fauci's fucking texting Trump and he's saying, "New phone, who this?" He doesn't fucking care. Nobody cares about the COVID anymore. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We still got 3 minutes left, guys. I'm really sorry, but yeah, I can't be, because this is going to fix things. I was told that this would fix things. Music executives told me this would fix things. Look, while we wait to breathe, we'll play some donations.
Whoa! Look at that.
Good morning, my favorite pre-owned double A battery salesman.
Thank you.
Did you see Tucker last night?
Oh, I'm going to play that clip. Part of it. It's a long clip, but I will be playing part of the clip. Nice.
Ronaldinho, so sad.
Awesome.
Whoa! Look at that.
I've been gone for 2 weeks. Did you ever do your Corona parody, or are you hiding behind the cover of the
Excuse
looting not
me.
to do it?
Do you think that now is the appropriate time? Guys, we still can't breathe for 2 minutes. You think now's the appropriate time for me to be doing Corona parodies? Have some class.
Whoa! Look at that.
It's getting worse. A Fed judge granted Carol Baskin Tiger King's zoo today.
God damn it, that fucking bitch Carol Baskins. Every day gets worse.
Whoa! Look at that.
Good morning, Royce. This is my favorite show, Mexican in the Morning. No media.
Thank you. I'm not Mexican, but thank you.
Whoa! Look at that.
Violence, looting, destroying homes and businesses, and generally acting like baboons is acceptable form of protest. Here's not Wonderwall.
Well, this is Cookie. The roof is on fire. The roof is on fire. Bloodhound Gang, baby. All right, what's next?
Whoa! Look at that.
A lot of calls for change and to do better aimed at the police. Agreed, but where are the calls for black communities to do better, for fathers to raise their kids and such? I have a feeling those calls will never come.
You can't. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to talk about that. Don't you understand? See, because for whatever... Oh, sorry, we got 49 seconds. I don't want to be disrespectful. For whatever reason, this issue, the issue of police brutality and the issue of race, unlike any other issue that I've ever seen in the world, is only one-sided. You're only allowed to talk about one side of the issue. You're only allowed to bring up one part of it. And I'm not even saying that that one part of it is wrong. I'm not. But what I am saying is we're not allowed to have an honest conversation. Well, I want to respect a little bit more, so we're going to pause it at 1 second. Keep holding your breath. You're not allowed to have the other side of the conversation. You're not allowed to bring up the other thing, because as much as we could agree that this dude was killed, as much as we could agree that what the cop did was wrong, as much as we could agree with all of these things, we can't bring up the other side of it. If you try to bring up the other side of it, because I've been seeing a lot of, well, this is what we need to do to fix the police force. And I agree with some of it, and I disagree with some of it, and that's fine. But this is what we need to do to fix the police force. We need to have cops be demilitarized. I agree. Cops should be demilitarized. I don't like that we were selling them military equipment. I never have, never will. You're never going to like, I'm never going to like that. I just don't, right? Cops should try to be, less violent, but it's all these pipe dreams. Cops should try to be less violent. Cops should try to work with the communities more. You're right. Maybe those things are true. But what about the responsibility on the other side? Because let's say that all 660 police forces just de-escalate everything. They meet all their demands. Is the other side going to stop killing each other? Is the other side going to decide, hey, you know what? Thank you guys. You listened to us. Now we're going to stop gang banging. Now there's going to not be 615 deaths every year, homicides in south side of Chicago every year. All the gangs going to lay their guns down? I get that it's uncomfortable. And I get that when you mention that kind of stuff, even if you're coming from a good place, even if you're coming from, oh, by the way, you could breathe now. Even if you're coming from a good place, right? Even if it's from, I want things to be better. I really do. This isn't a racial thing. If you're a black guy and you say it, you're not allowed to say it. The other side isn't going to comply. Neither side's going to comply. But nobody is going to care, because the only way this ends, as sad as it is to say, the only way this ends is if both sides decide, Jesus Christ, you know what? We're fucked up. I fucked up, and you know what? We fucked up. Because you don't want, and I understand this to a point, right? I understand this to a point. You don't want police officers to over-police your communities. You don't want police officers to be involved in every aspect of your life. I don't want cops to be involved in every aspect of my life. I don't. But if you don't want that, right? If that's not something that you want, then isn't the law, this isn't a racial point, by the way, because it could be any community, but then isn't the logical conclusion to then you need to police your side? Because if you're out there yelling at cops and like solidarity, cops kill black people, this and that, and you have every right to do that. You have every right to do that, right? Shouldn't then it would mean more to me and to everybody watching this burning down if you would also get the same amount of people going, hey guys, we have to be responsible for what we're doing. We're shooting and killing each other every day on the streets. We're having kids in single parents, sometimes, or being raised by their grandparents. And we're making it worse. With no future, with no nothing. You could blame Whitey all you want here, by the way. Maybe my Cuban privilege is showing, as somebody said. You could blame Whitey if you want. It's easy to blame somebody. It's always really easy to blame somebody for all the problems that you have. It's the fucking easiest thing in the world, because it takes off any responsibility for anything that you have to do yourself. Not many people want to hear that, but it's true. The hardest thing in the fucking world is to look in the mirror and go, Jesus Christ, man, I got to do something about this. I got to, what do I do? If you don't look inward, I said it slowly so I wouldn't get in trouble. If you don't look inward and you don't try to fix your shit, what's the fucking point of all this? What's the point of, you could burn every city in America down. You could throw rocks at everybody. You could kill everybody on the streets if you want. You could hang every cop. But that's not going to fix anything. It's just not. Kevin, I want more constitutional elected sheriffs and none of the other kind. But that's the point here. It's like, we could have these riots for fucking the rest of the year if you want. We could burn things down. We could loot things. We could beat each other up. We could have cops hitting people with rubber bullets. We could have people hitting cops with bricks. We could have FedEx trucks running over people. But nobody wants to change. Nobody wants to change. Nobody wants to change. The cops don't want to change. That's obvious. That's obvious. The looters and rioters don't want to change. The people throwing bricks through windows and shooting each other on the streets of the inner cities in Detroit, Chicago, Baltimore, they don't want to change. Nobody wants to. I swear to God, this sounds like the speech from Rocky. If I could change and you could change, but nobody wants to. Rocky IV sold me a fucking pipe dream. Sold me a goddamn pipe dream. It's nothing's going to happen. And that's the saddest part about this for me. And I'm sure everybody has different things that are bumming them out. But that's the saddest part for me about all of this, is that there's nothing. I was talking yesterday about the show. Like, I don't want to live my life without any hope. I can't do that. I understand some people can, and if it works for you, it works for you. But I'm generally a happy person. I really am. Contrary to popular belief, I'm generally a happy person. If you watch Daywave, you know that, right? I like to joke around with my friends. I like to fuck around, make jokes, shit like that. For the most part, I try to be in a good mood. I can't, but this, you could control. I can control what I do. All of you could control what you do, of course, but we can't control what cops are going to do. Cops are going to get more militarized, and inner cities are going to get more angry, and this is going to be worse. It's going to be worse and worse and worse. Miami Milf, it's actually kind of annoying how happy he is in real life. I know, fucking crazy, right? But Mercer's uncle's got a good point. You can't be a lifelong nihilist. Like, it's not, that's not, you know how we always say, like, you know how we always say to people, like, all the time on this show, like, insert this isn't a personality. Like, your race isn't a personality, right? We say that all the time. With the LGBT community, your sexuality isn't the substitute for personality. Well, I hate to break it to some of you folks, but nihilism isn't a fucking substitute for a personality. Jesse, sometimes the best thing to do is sit back and watch the best hard win. Elected sheriffs are a lot more responsible and considerate. I would maybe agree with that because they value their jobs, right? Let's see here. What was I going to say? Okay, but the problem with sitting back and waiting for the best side to win is that at the end of the day, you're left with nothing. You're left with nothing. But I guess my point back, sorry, I got distracted. My point is nihilism isn't a replacement for a personality. Being black-pilled every single day of your life isn't a personality trait. Like that doesn't replace having something else. And that's what it is. You know, how is it any different than LGBTQ? That's your whole personality. You could be gay. I don't give a flying fuck. I've been pretty clear about that. You could suck every dick available. You could be a lesbian. Nice. If you want to. It doesn't bother me. But when you use it to replace your personality, you got stuff that's missing, right? Something's not there. You can be black. You can be white. You could be Hispanic. I don't care. But when being black is your entire personality, or, hey,
white nationalist, this goes out to you too.
When being have white children save the race, that doesn't replace having a personality and being a human being. And you know what? Neither does nihilism. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. Because this is what you get every single time. Nobody wants to make a difference. None of this is going to make a difference. None of this.
You can see that suspect being taken into custody, handcuffed.
This is a great world that we want to live in, right?
LAPD's black and white.
Thanks for bringing the hap penis. Thank you. Yeah, I got some donations I want to play. Let me play. I got to get my voice a rest here because I kind of went on a rant there.
Whoa! Look at Dave.
If you can chat, you can breathe.
It's pretty funny. I give you that. Next.
Whoa! Look at Dave.
I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe.
No, breathe. You can breathe if you want. It's breathe. You got it wrong, Nick boy.
Whoa! Look at Dave.
The other side will never stop. They'll just find a way to mail it our fault as well because
of oppression.
MUH oppression.
Oppression, yeah.
Whoa! Look at Dave.
This whole riot thing wouldn't have happened if other whites treated Negroes like I do.
Well, that's not nice, Ken.
What are you looking at?
Oh, my lucky stars! A Negro!
Say what?
How do you do, ma'am?
I do all right. Good. Okay.
God, what a fucking great movie that was.
Woo! Look at Dave.
Hi Royce, you are my favorite Puerto Rican. As a black male, I think this division is gross. Both sides turned a situation about police overstepping into race. Now people are burning and killing in the name of a pacifist. Feels bad, man.
Yeah.
Woo!
Agreed.
Look at Dave.
I am starting with the man in the mirror. I am asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself, then make a change.
Take a look at yourself and make a change. Na 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 na. Look at that. That's a very good point. Michael Jackson didn't want to be black so bad, he literally changed it. And if he could do it, you could do it. Not changing your race thing, but change.
Whoa!
You can change your race if you wanted to,
Look
man. I
at
don't care.
Dave.
Radically Modern went to their protest in Colorado Springs. It was my racism and self-hating whites. I disagree with one of them about how first-degree murder won't stick on the cop. And then she cries to a cop that I'm harassing her. So much for fuck the police. Well, of course, that's the way it always works. If LeBron James is suddenly a defender of the First Amendment, that's a really good point. LeBron James didn't give a flying hoot. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to be so vulgar. But he didn't give a flying hoot about the First Amendment when it was China. Here's a little sadness for you. A police officer breaks down after the cruiser blocked from a burning Richmond home with a child inside. That's right. They blocked the streets.
I want to begin my statement by reiterating my anger over the death of George Floyd. It has stricken all of us to the core. The actions that we've seen in Minneapolis, the policies that we see in Minneapolis, the response that we see in Minneapolis. And for us, the way that we honor his death is to make sure that our police department is a reflection of what this community wants to see. That means in terms of its policies, how we respect people, and how we interact with people of all color, all creeds, all desires. So I want to begin by just focusing on that loss. I also want to commend all of our public safety partners. Their dedication and professionalism has shown through very, very difficult times. We at Chesterfield Police to provide life safety to all of our citizens. Chester violence. Actors that amongst the peaceful protest that truly illustrates to an occupied building of the issues that were violent. They are immediate that those that started out amongst the peaceful protest, once it turns violent, they are immediately leaving the area, but oftentimes still being assaulted and battered. And again, there's one incident I think is particularly poignant that truly illustrates the seriousness of the issues that we're facing. The mayor mentioned this. Last night, protesters intentionally set a fire to an occupied building on Broad Street. This was not the only occupied building that has been set fire to over the last 2 days, but they prohibited us from getting on scene. We had to force our way to make a clear path for the fire department. Protesters intercepted that fire apparatus several blocks away with vehicles and blocked that fire department's access to the structure fire. Inside that home was a child. Officers were able to help those people out of the house. We were able to get the fire department there safely. Sorry. But when you take a legitimate issue and hijack it for unknown reasons, that is unacceptable to me. It's unacceptable to the Richmond Police Department, unacceptable to the city of Richmond. As the mayor said, this isn't Richmond. And it truly is not Richmond. It's not even Virginia.
It's not even Mexico.
It's not even the mid-Atlantic. We have intelligence that we're working on presently so that we hope to be able to file charges following up from this. We have people from across the country who have traveled many states to be here. We know that this is an organized effort. We're committed to try and identify those that are behind it.
Well, okay, look, and listen, that's fucking terrible. I'm glad that the kid's okay, obviously, but yeah, I mean, it's an organized effort, but every city has been saying it's not people from here. It's not, then where are they from? Are they making these people in a factory? Because Minneapolis said the same thing. Oh, these people aren't from here. Okay, so they're from nowhere, because the problem is no city wants to claim that it's their citizens. And by the way, I've been to Richmond. Some of those people are from there. I've been to Minneapolis. Some of those people are from there. I'm not saying that there's not other people that are out there starting shit. I'm not saying there's not other people coordinating this. Of course they are. Absolutely they are. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that that's happening. But let's not take all the blame off of every city and all their citizens. That's a little ridiculous. And many of them are paid. Absolutely. Many of them are paid. I wanted to check out a little bit of Trenton Wade's stream here. He is a fan of the show. Black dude, which blows my mind. And jacked as fuck. This is him in Austin.
This is your enemy.
You are an enemy.
And I'm telling you exactly that. Wholeheartedly.
This is your enemy, y'all. Guys, this is your enemy. Be careful. Stop. This is your enemy. What the fuck happened to Nacho? Better Call Saul. He just fucking went and hid? Hey, Cabaret Z, one time. I'm going to say, you've already said that 3 times now in this chat. One time. I'm pretty cool with stuff. I am. But if you start spamming and being a moron, you could fucking beat it too. I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it today. You want to have your fights with other hosts and other people? Go have it in their chat. We're not going to be having it here. Got it? This isn't your little fucking Bridget Jones diary. Cool? Stay on fucking topic like everybody else is. 3rd time you said it. Stay on topic.
No.
Okay.
No, stop. Oh, okay. So you don't want to listen.
Okay, sure. Tell me what you
I would love to listen. Here, the only thing that we are doing is we are going from officer to officer, and we were having real conversations.
And you think that's going to help make change?
And you think that's going to help make change? So what? Who gives a fuck? Like, dude, no one's stopping you from being a homosexual spurg, but Jesus Christ. Fucking, this woman's allowed to do whatever the fuck she wants to. This is my point. Nobody wants to fix anything. Somebody's trying to talk to the cops. You're not even allowed to do that. You're not even allowed to fucking talk to the cops, y'all. Hey, you think that's going to make change? You think that's going to make change? I don't know, dude. Do you think wearing a colored tank top under a collared shirt makes you look anything less than a fucking circus clown?
And what are you fucking doing? What are you fucking except reversing everybody's fucking work? No, what? You are reversing everybody's fucking work.
Everyone is looking now.
You are a fucking...
The less time you spend fighting them. And until y'all can...
Then fucking do something about it. Then go fucking go. Go fucking take him out, motherfucker. Go ahead. Guy who probably hates the Second Amendment. Guy who hates guns. Then go do something about it. You're gonna fucking yell at a woman? Oh, God damn it.
Shut up, bitch! Shut up, bitch! Shut up, bitch!
Bro, get him on that ass, bro. Show
Yeah, S.A.
with that ball.
Vato.
Shit. It ain't about shit. You want me to do it? I'll do it.
You don't get me. I didn't think you were going to do it, dude. I honestly didn't.
So they're telling him to go home? Good. Good. I'm glad they're turning on this fucking asshole. Thank you, Will Johnson.
Discharge dishonorably, nigga.
Discharge dishonorably, nigga. I love that. That was great. Discharge dishonorably, nigga. What the fuck, motherfucker? You.
You got discharged dishonorably, huh?
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. This is Austin, Texas, folks.
Oh, you lost already.
Can I say, I always try to find a little hope. Can I say that these people aren't having his shit? It's pretty funny seeing everybody turn on this guy. They just fucking turned on him.
Exactly. Bro, you lost. You lost.
Nobody, she lost. No, you lost. Everyone has turned on you, you moron. Go say what you gotta say to him. This is great. This is awesome. Fucking amazing. Go say what you gotta say to him then. Why are you yelling at us, homie?
You're treating us like the enemy, man. You're treating us like the enemy. You're out here with us.
Nobody's having this guy's shit. It's amazing. And I did see what Katie Reed said in Trenton's chat. He's absolutely fishy, Katie. There's this guy. There's something about this guy. There's something about this guy that doesn't sit right. And it's kind of funny seeing, to be fair, these are being peaceful. Seeing these actual peaceful protesters going like, nah, dude, fucking shut the fuck up. Beat it, homie. Nobody cares. Make station wagons great again. I'm not taking these protesters seriously unless they light themselves on fire like a Tibetan monk. One did by mistake. They're calling him un culero. An ass fucker, basically. They're calling him an ass fucker. They're calling him gay in Spanish to his name. This is great. He's not even a real Salamanca, exactly. Culero! Culero!
You're scared of the law. We're right here. Look at you.
Beat it, homo!
I know, but it doesn't matter. Y'all need to become the right fucking law.
You guys need to become shut up! Notice how that lisp went away when they started calling him an ass fucker.
No, this way. Walk on.
All right, so what they're going to do is disperse the crowd now.
Exactly. Because you're all scared of your enemy. What are you fucking
Nobody is on his side, and it's amazing.
Yes, you're not.
I ain't just fun.
Yes, you're not.
Do you lack self-discipline? Yeah, thank you. Sam Law nailed it. Ratioed IRL. Motherfucker got ratioed IRL. You love to see it, folks.
I'm scared. You a Nazi? Let me show you something. I'm still right here. And all y'all over there. Go!
You love to see it.
He's full of shit. Go! He's about it.
Thanks for the donations, guys. So, there's a bunch of cops right here.
I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. I'm just going through a little bit more of this.
Say what's up, dude. You got a YouTube page or what?
What's up? My name is Isaiah Harris. Isaiah Jaster. I'm a rapper, local.
Listen, guys. You know I really try to be super honest. all my life I was about to pause it and go, yo, dog, what's up? My name is Sleazy G, and I want you to check out my mixtape, dog. Look, I got it right here. Check it out, dude. $5. $5. I swear to God. And I didn't pause it in time. God damn it.
Say what's up, dude. You got a YouTube page or what?
What's up? My name is Isaiah Harris. Isaiah Jaster. I'm a rapper, local Austinite. I love my family. I love y'all. I'm doing this for y'all. I'm doing this for the...
Trenton, next time, have him freestyle for you. For the love of God. Please, Trenton, have him freestyle for you.
Future generations. I'm doing this for our people all around the country, man. I may not be able to change...
He does look like the guy from Gym Class Heroes. My band name is called Math Class Heroes.
Everything, but we're all out here. Peaceful protest. We're out here peaceful protesting. We're out here starting conversations with the police officers. I love the police officers. I love them. I respect them. You know, we want positive relationships with our police officers so that they can protect our children, so that they can protect our mothers, our fathers. Hey, that's all I have to say. Peace, everyone. Peace. Protect the community.
Oh yeah, bro. Okay. I appreciate that, man.
How they be out here yelling about peace the whole time, keeps trying to square up. That shit, no.
That shit.
And there will be a totally peaceful...
Come over here. I'm sorry. Hey, come here. Say that again? Tell me that again.
If they keep the guy...
Oh, this guy again. He's still here? He's still here fucking getting destroyed?
What y'all guys screaming about peace all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
Trying to square up with him all of a sudden. Now the peace went out the window all of a sudden.
And there's the cop. Look, when keeping it real goes wrong, here it is, folks. There it is.
Exactly, dude. And they can't keep chest bumping him and doing all that other stuff because that's
when keeping it real goes wrong, here it is.
That's actually assault. So, and he was just talking. So that's why I don't have a problem if you're just talking.
But you can't beat up
man.
You just gotta let it go.
Yeah. So he was just talking.
Thank you, Will.
You're working with us, we're working together. But going out here...
Oh, shit.
Peacefully protesting. I don't want to hear what you have to say because you are sitting here agitating as well.
Oh, this is fucking... I gotta be honest with you. The reason I'm really digging this feed is it's kind of... Maybe it's specific to Austin, but it's kind of cool seeing these protesters calling out the agitators. Am I the only one that's enjoying this? Because here's another guy. Everyone's out there with their face showing and shit, but this guy's out there dressed like the D-Live logo. And it is pretty amazing seeing these people calling these people out that are trying to do it. I really like this. Like, this is cool to see. It's actually fuck you, bro. You want to flip a car? Fuck you, I'm not doing that. Like, go suck my dick. This is nice. Look, see, I'm finding some positive out of this.
I don't need what you're saying.
Exactly, Ecox. Enjoying unity against Antifa.
Cop? How do you know?
Because that person came to the protest.
To everybody out here, I look like a cop.
You look like you ready to fuck up some shit.
But how do you know?
You're
the only one strapped out like that, bro. You ready to break in?
All right, we don't need a hype man. Chill out. I want to hear what he's saying. I've been commenting for the past 20 minutes to be exact.
Have I killed somebody? No, what you look like is an agitator. Covering your face, show your face. So what? Let them take their pictures.
I don't want that.
Are you doing anything wrong?
This is great. Show your face, dog. Take that mask off, homie.
Y'all gotta chill. Guys, well, now the cops are surrounding him so they can't jump him.
Wait, the cops are surrounding him? Hold on, let me back up just a little bit.
I'm sorry, bro. No, you're good.
I thought you. Being an asshole, I got called a plant the other day. I am not a plant. Then don't let them make you look like one.
Do you think that they're...
Everyone knows they're fucking violent as fuck. Exactly what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying.
Not all cops are violent, man.
Don't tell me that. Okay, that's your opinion. That's your opinion, man. Yeah, dude.
Not all cops are violent.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Not all cops are bad. You know how many...
I'm sorry, but you dress shady as fuck, dude. You dress like a customizable Call of Duty character. Yeah, you fucking definitely look shady, homie.
The reason that APD is being nice to people right now is because they got called out on the fucking internet. The chief of police needs to resign. He needs everyone you need to demilitarize the police. You need to take the thousands of dollars off their fucking back, the armor, the fucking tanks you gave them. You need to give them to the fucking doctors in the hospital who are wearing fucking paper bags to work. All right?
But you're out here spreading. Fuck you, dude. You're out there spreading the coronavirus right now. None of you social distancing, but you give a fuck. Now you give a fuck about doctors? Hold on a second. And look, I agree with demilitarizing police. I've been saying that way before this, but don't fucking with your straw man, because you don't give a fuck about the doctors wearing paper bags to work. They're the real heroes. Shut up.
All this bullshit that APD's putting on, like they're fucking friends with people and they're shaking hands and shit. All these motherfuckers have been out here laughing at people.
What do you want them to do? Like, okay, listen. I have the biggest issue with cops. I get it. But what do you see this? See what I mean? There's no, and this guy's a fucking Antifa plant. I mean, it's obvious. We all agree, right? This is an Antifa fucking little dude who got called out. Fucking little fag right here. We know that. We see it. We all see it with our own eyes. But what do you want them to do? You want better relations. Okay, so they're talking to people and shaking their hands. But then you get mad at that because it's fake. You don't even want that. But this, remember my point in the first hour of the show? This is exactly my fucking point. This is my point right here. They don't want any, they don't even, it's never good enough. It'll never be good enough because the actual goal of this isn't to make things better. The actual goal of it is anarchy and to run amok. That's what you want. You want anarchy and you want to run amok. This is not your goal. It's never enough. It'll never be enough. Oh no, I saw the ammo round. Frozen. It was just a second ago.
People fucking doing whatever the fuck they want to do, willy-nilly, whatever, and then they get called out on their shit. They get put on a national platform, and now all of a sudden, look at them.
Take your mask off then, homie. Come on. But let's go. I mean, if you're feeling good, I mean, I always remember when I was young, when I was a young lad, I always remember people saying to the Klan, for example, well, if you're so proud of what you think, why are you wearing a mask? That was the rallying cry. I'm sure some of you that are older remember that, right? Like, for sure, a lot of you remember that. I remember people saying, like, well, if you're so proud of what you're saying, I believe you, but I would believe you more if you were, be proud and take your mask off then, right? But be proud of what you're saying, man. Take your mask off. Let's go. Let's see who you are.
Look at them all being friendly, talking.
Yeah, exactly. Take your mask off, Buckley, or whatever fucking name you got.
Having a good old
Tyler.
time.
Take your mask off, Tyler.
Not some fucking crazy asshole who doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. That guy is crazy. That guy, you just need to ignore him, okay? Focus your energy on these people. What's your
I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit because I don't wanna just focus on one dude.
On the fucking head, I'm tired of pregnant women get shot. I'm tired of cops having fucking chemical weapons. I'm tired of cops committing war crimes on fucking innocent protesters. It's bullshit. Hold on.
Shut up! You're a part-time juggalo, full-time Antifa. Jesus Christ. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Byron. Bryce. There's another one. Nobody cares. Bryce. You fucking loser.
Go to school for 7 years to learn the law. They have to go to school.
What is the reason? You guys are good, man. This is interesting.
I want y'all to hear
very
I want y'all to hear this.
crazy.
Okay? Me personally, as a police officer that has been doing this job for 33 years, am disgusted, angered, beyond upset as to what happened in Minneapolis. There is no reason that should have happened. It should have never occurred. The policies and procedures that they used were outdated and antiquated. I completely agree with you. That was an absolute senseless death. And I am faithful to God that we did not have that here.
Have you made a call to the Minneapolis?
There is statues that protect law enforcement.
In what way?
In matters.
Sorry.
When
a particular individual, this particular individual, and there are statues in this particular. Shut up! You don't know what you're talking about either.
Go somewhere like Europe. Go somewhere like Europe where the food is quality food. Yeah. It's all type of oppression.
There's no problems in Europe. Andrew says Seth Rogen was on Twitter saying he would pay for the bail of rioters. Oh, would he? Oh, fucking pothead, is he? Is he going to get paid for rioting? Good for you, Seth. Good for you. Let's see how that works out for you. Seth Rogen's a faggot, and let's be honest, that guy hasn't been funny in 20 years. The food in Europe. Listen to these uneducated morons.
They know the shit I'm talking about. That's why I said I'm throwing up.
All right. Okay, I'm just walking through, guys. Not really trying to hear these conversations. Not really any good ones.
And here, let me play this part.
Foam.
I wasn't here for that, but shit.
Dude, it was fucked up, man.
Oh shit.
Let's get to this part here.
All right. Hey, say it again.
You real talk.
Here we go. There we go. Now we get in it. Let's get some fun.
I walked up, there was no tension between me and nobody. I wasn't built by nobody, bro.
Before you motherfuckers try to
You come out here to start a problem, y'all niggas stop.
Damn.
Y'all niggas go home. Y'all come out here to regulate. Let the man talk.
Damn.
Let the man talk. You got a voice. Exactly. Let him feel how he wants to feel. Exactly. Everybody has a different way of dealing with this shit. Let him talk. Let him talk.
Y'all see how that works?
misunderstanding. Somebody trying to help somebody.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I got a voice, that's all I got. Shit. All I got is a couple voices. Shit. They finna do this shit, we start putting water bottles and all that extra shit. That's the niggas I'ma talk shit to, and I'ma stay on their ass. Stop throwing the fucking water bottles, my nigga.
Right.
Cause if they pop you, fam, I'm on your ass. You popping trucks. Talk about something, be about something. Be somebody. I am not a person. I am not a corporation. I am a man.
Well, you are a person. You are a person. I mean, I get you're not a corporation. I would agree that you're not a corporation. I mean, unless you're incorporated, then I guess you're a corporation. But yeah, you are definitely a person. Ew! They're playing Rage Against the Machine there? Are you fucking serious right now? Are they really playing Rage Against the Machine? That is so fucking hack. Do you understand that Zach De La Rocha and Tom Morello are sitting in their gated communities counting their multi-million dollars? They were about to go on another tour this year, but the coronavirus stopped it. You guys are playing Rage Against the Machine? Oh my God. Rage on behalf of the machine. Get the fuck out of here, you losers. How hack? What a hack thing to do.
Like nobody told me, y'all fake as fuck. Wait, I didn't see.
Oh. Oh, I hear that.
Yeah, Live Nation's not part of the machine anymore. Thank you, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think that. So you're saying the little ones is also suspect? Because I think the tall one came with the other one that we also thinking is.
Hey, now y'all got us fucked up, man. That's from the Xbox and PS5 war. Oaths have now been trained. You got privilege.
Yeah, JJ Stoner posted in the chat, but follow Trenton, please. Follow Trenton.
Walk, though?
It was a backfire on the car. It was a car on 35.
Wow.
About shit.
Wow. All right. It was a car. He said it was a back. Well, they said that. Like again, I'm saying, a lot of these people don't look familiar.
I'm sure there's a lot of people there that aren't familiar, man. I'm with you. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are trying to start shit.
Got like his brains. I don't know. You got orange.
Wait. Oh, now we're playing Ice Cube. Now we're playing. By the way, guys, we're playing NWA, the band that was founded by a Jewish producer. That before that, rap was more about being in your community and breakdancing and having a good time and partying. And then a Jewish producer decided to get these three guys from the hood and highlight killing each other, shooting each other, having drive-bys and stuff like that. You're right, though. No, that's great. Really forward thinking. You fucking morons. Part of the reason of this problem is because of shit like that. You're right. Public Enemy's gonna be next.
You gonna lock me up?
Whoa, dude! Dude, they're saying fuck the police like in front of the police, bro. These guys are fucking crazy. What will they do next? Bro, they're so cool. Dude, it's like, guys, are you looking at this? The police are there, bro, and they're hearing the words of a 25-year-old rap song. What? No way. Dude. These guys are awesome. Fucking hacks.
You guys just choke everybody like that.
Are they going to play Cop Killer next?
It lets you access.
Give me back to fuck daddy.
No,
See?
Here, I'll play some music. I'll play some music for them. I'm gonna give them some sweet ass music. Here we go. There we go. Fight the power.
I don't really see a protest at all.
Hell yeah.
So I guess they're done, dude.
Here, well, I got another one. Someone reminded me. Good point. Let's play some hood shit. Hood shit, baby. Hood shit. Let's do it.
It's gone. And that is the point of the bill. So the next step is to talk to all the next technical. We got all kinds of things. We got the name. We got the highlight. We got to make sure that all kinds of those
Take that, cops! You didn't see the locomotive cart coming through! Hell yeah, dog! Take a picture. Take that, cops! Take that, cops! that help? I don't know, guys. I'm trying to. Get any more rallying music? I need more rallying music.
Me and nobody. I was invested by nobody, bro. Before you motherfuckers try to come out and start a problem, y'all niggas stop.
Damn.
Y'all niggas go home. Y'all come out here to regulate. Let the man talk.
Damn.
Let the man talk. You got a voice. Let him feel. Let him feel how he wants to feel. Exactly. Everybody has a different way of dealing with this shit. Let him talk. Let him talk.
All right, real quick, because we'll go back to this, but there is an official. Someone just sent it to me. There is an official statement from the police department. There is an official statement from the police department, and I would like to play it for you guys now.
What if someone says, which nigger took the last donut?
That's wildly inappropriate.
Wow. Can't believe they said that. No wonder these people are fucking mad. No wonder these people are fucking mad. I get it now.
They're talking about food and shit again. See, look.
I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of
I get why they're mad. I do.
Like, see how yesterday, like Saturday.
It's a very good point. You can't walk that one back. You can't.
Hello. How are you?
It is. I think I have. Hold on, where is it? I have it here somewhere. Let's see here. I wanted to play this. I thought this was. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's really long, but it was actually nice to see this. It was nice to see one person out of everybody on every single network actually tell the truth. I enjoyed this, so let's see this.
And in Washington, D.C., a federal city surrounded by military bases and protected at all times by the single highest concentration of law enforcement in the world, criminals operated with apparent impunity in the streets. They looted Georgetown last night. They smashed the windows in federal buildings. They desecrated virtually every war memorial in the city a week after Memorial Day.
Yes, Tucker, but don't you understand that's going to cause social change? Pay attention, white man.
And then, as you likely know, last night they set fire to St. John's Episcopal Church, a 200-year-old building that has welcomed every American president since James Madison. It's right across the street from the White House. For people stuck inside anywhere during this insanity, the sick, the elderly, the powerless, the experience was terrifying. Listen to this woman from Minneapolis.
This broke my heart. This actually broke my heart.
How was last night?
Scary. They went straight to Office Max, the dollar store, and every store over here that I go to. I have nowhere to go now. I have no way to get there because the buses aren't running.
You feel good? You feeling good, right? You feel great, huh? You feel good. Took away, this is what I'm talking about, took away everything from this woman who did nothing wrong. You feel good about yourselves? Huh? What do you tell her, you pieces of shit? What the fuck do you tell her? It's okay because I'm going to go back home and play Xbox? My new Xbox I stole, you piece of fucking shit? Sorry, man. This one really got me fucking heated.
So that's what's happening in America right now. We didn't play all of the tape we have. There's a lot of it. Some of the tape is too shocking.
Don't worry, I will. I'll play it. Tucker, I got you, boo.
And honestly, it's too incendiary. We understand that television is an emotional medium, and we don't want to make...
Somebody said go to the library, but they burned it down too, sir. Did you not see they burned the library down there too?
Things worse. We're not going to. But you get the point. The point is, this is a national emergency. It's a profound national emergency. But you would never know that from listening to our elected leaders. Almost all of them pretend this is not really happening, or if it is happening, it's just part of America's long tradition of vigorous political discourse. Politicians on both sides tell us that this is all about the death of a man in police custody in Minneapolis last week. The people burning down our country are protesters. They're engaged in a legitimate protest. Okay, what exactly are those protesters' demands? What are they asking for? If Congress agreed tonight to enact their program, what would the program be?
They don't have one.
Not a single person even hints at the answer because there is not an answer. No one has bothered to poll the guys beating up old ladies on the street or looting Gucci, but you've got to wonder how many of them have ever even heard of George Floyd. And if they have heard of him, what difference would it make? Violence and looting are not forms of political expression. If you were killed tomorrow, how many buildings would you want burned to the ground in your memory? How many?
The DMV. But just one. I'm being fair here, Tucker. Just one. The DMV.
How many old women smashed in the face on the street in your name?
One. Meryl Streep. But just one. I'm pretty fair here. Meryl Streep and the DMV. But that's it. I'm kidding, obviously. Also Barbara Streisand.
None, we hope, because you're not a vicious psychopath like the people you've just watched. In fact, what we're watching is not a political protest. It's the opposite of a political protest. It is an attack on the idea of politics. The rioters you have seen are trying to topple our political system. That system is how we resolve our differences without using violence. But these people want a new system, one that is governed by force. Do what we say or we will hurt you. You know this. You can see it for yourself on television. You have. But our leaders continue to lie. They tell us that's not true. This isn't happening. It's just a protest.
Don't worry, guys. Tucker's right here. Hey, guys, nothing's happening. Everything's fine.
Democrats have openly embraced what is happening. Really, they don't have much of a choice. These are their voters cleaning out the Rolex store. These riots effectively are the largest Joe Biden for president rally on record. In gratitude for that, more than a dozen Joe Biden for president campaign staffers donated money to the rioters in Minneapolis, and then they bragged about it on Twitter. No Democratic leader can directly criticize what is happening right now, and in fact, some have joined in. Over the weekend, the Democratic Party of Fairfax, Virginia,
guys, I don't know, maybe some of you missed this yesterday, but this next tweet blew my mind.
Is an important Democratic organization, released the following statement on Twitter. We're quoting
Fairfax Democrats.
Riots are an integral part of this country's march towards progress.
Nice.
Progress. Burning buildings, tear gas, dead bodies, the screaming injured, criminal anarchy. To the Democratic Party of Fairfax, that is called progress. Celebrity after celebrity has weighed in to agree on social media. From his fortified compound, basketball star LeBron James has used his accounts to encourage more rioting. Bernie Sanders' surrogate Sean King has done the same. So has Black Lives Matter leader DeRoy McKesson. Colin Kaepernick openly calls for violence. Here's a quote. "The cries for peace will rain down, and when they do, they will land on deaf ears," he says approvingly.
From his mansion with his $100 million Nike contract.
Imagine shouting fire in a crowded theater, a theater with 325 million people in it called our country. That's what they've been doing and have been doing for days. When the violence began, what we needed more than anything was clarity in the middle of this. It's hard to see when the tear gas starts. Someone in America needed to tell the truth to the country. Instead, almost all of our so-called conservative leaders joined the left's chorus, as if on cue.
This part, I want everybody who's watching this, and if you missed this yesterday, he said a lot of stuff that I want to get into, but this next part is important. These are the people that many of you, and I'm not blaming you because we all buy into lies, so don't think I'm shitting on you. These are the people that many of you, many of us campaigned for. The people that we send money to. We work every day, we get our money, and we send these people money. So these people get elected. We buy their advertisement. We buy the things that they're selling every single day. We help them out. We help their causes. When something happens, we tell them, that's right, folks, conservatives, where we go one, we go all. Remember these people.
On Friday, as American cities were being destroyed by mobs, the Vice President of the United States refused to say anything specific about the riots we were watching on television.
Of course. Why would he say anything? I don't even know if he's allowed to talk.
Instead, Mike Pence scolded America for its racism. Carly Fiorina, once a leading Republican presidential candidate, tweeted that, and we're quoting, "It's white America that now must see the truth, speak the truth, and act on the truth."
Did you hear that, Whitey? Did you hear that, Whitey? It's your fault. This is your fault. You go to work every day. You provide for your family. You're not a racist person. You don't say anything to anybody. You don't just actively try to start race wars, but it's your fault. Don't you get it? The corrupt police department that these people, these higher ups put in charge is now on you. They picked the police force. They trained them poorly. They militarized them. But guess what? This is your fault. Don't you get it? This is your fault.
Meanwhile, Kay Cole James, who is the president of the Heritage Foundation, that's the largest conservative think tank in the country. You may have sent them money, hopefully for the last time. Kay Cole James.
The Heritage Foundation. You hear about the Heritage Foundation all the time. I think Rush Limbaugh advertised for them. Mark Levin advertised for the Heritage Fund. You hear about them all the time. It's the Heritage Fund. It's the Heritage Fund. You heard these people. Aaron Kalu for the chat. What celebrity would you most like to see in a mangled car wreck?
You may have sent them money, hopefully for the last time. Kay Cole James wrote a long screed denouncing America as an irredeemably racist nation. Quote, "How many times will protests have to occur?" Got that? Have to occur. Like the rest of us caused this by our sinfulness. The message from our leaders on the right, as on the left, was unambiguous. Don't complain. You deserve what's happening to you.
That's right. Bend over and get fucked. Because for whatever reason, even though they enact these policies, even though they have overreaching power, even though they had a black president for 8 years who could have actually done something for it, but instead that very president decided, I'm going to give the police more power. Sold the police. That president, the black president, the woke ass president, the one that everybody loves, is the one that helped militarize the police, is the one that sold old military equipment to local police forces. That was under him. That was under him. But it's your fault.
No one jumped in more force.
This bitch. I have been calling this bitch out for 3 years, and people would get on my ass. Nikki Haley. I was saying she's a snake. I don't trust her. She's a neocon. She's a bitch. And people were getting pissed at me for going, no, she's not. She's awesome. Nikki Haley's going to be the next president. I was right about this hoe.
Or seemed angrier at America than former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley. Quote, "Tonight I turned on the news and I am heartbroken," Haley wrote. "It's important to understand that the death of George Floyd was personal and painful for many. In order to heal, it needs to be personal and painful for everyone."
What does that mean? That we all need to suffer? It needs to be personal and painful. She's basically implying that these small businesses need to be burned to the ground. Every single one of you needs to suffer because of what a fucking shitty cop did. All of you need to suffer. And guess what, you dumb bitch? They don't care. None of this matters. And they don't even believe half the stuff they're saying, by the way. This is posturing. It's always posturing. It's always thinking politically minded. It's always about getting elected. Fuck her. Fuck Pence. And you know what? Fuck Trump, too. Let's keep going.
But wait a second, you may be wondering. How am I, quote, personally responsible for the behavior of a Minneapolis police officer? I've never even been to Minneapolis, you may think to yourself.
I have, so it's my fault.
And why is some politician telling me I'm required to be upset about it? Those are all good questions. Nikki Haley did not answer those questions. Explaining is not her strong suit. That would require thinking. What Nikki Haley does best is moral blackmail. During the 2016 campaign, she compared Donald Trump to the racist mass murderer Dylan Roof.
He wishes.
How is Donald Trump similar to a serial killer? Nikki Haley never explained that. She wasn't trying to educate anyone. Her only goal was political advantage. Nikki Haley is exceptionally good at getting what she wants. She's happy to denounce you as a racist in order to get it. She just did. In this case, Nikki Haley's wish came true. The riots were indeed, quote, personal and painful for everyone. And then the pain kept increasing. 2 days after she wrote that, dozens of American cities had been thoroughly trashed, some destroyed. A country already on the brink of recession suddenly faced economic collapse. An already fearful population, locked down for months, had been thoroughly and completely terrorized. Mission accomplished. Let's hope Nikki Haley is pleased. We've now atoned. How did the Trump administration respond to the horrors going on around us? Well, yesterday morning, the country's national security advisor, Robert O'Brien, did a live interview from the White House lawn. Here's how it began.
First thing I want to say on behalf of the president, he said this to the family, but our hearts and prayers are going out to the Floyd family. We mourn with them and we grieve with them, and what happened there was horrific, and I can't even imagine what that poor family's going through as this video is played over and over again.
Yeah, I can't imagine what all the families of the Dallas store owner that was trying to protect this place, who now has brain damage. I can't believe what they're going through. What about their families? What about the cop that was stabbed in the neck and has slowed through it? What about his family? Do we care about their families? Do we care about the old lady that was beat over the head with a 2x4 and punched in the face because she didn't want her place looted? What about her family?
Should have never happened in America, and it's a tragic thing. The president said that from the start, and we're with the family, and as the president said, we're with the peaceful protesters.
We're with the peaceful protesters, O'Brien announced. Really, can you be more specific about that? Who are you talking about exactly? Is it the people spitting foam as they scream, "F the police"? Is it the ones standing next to the arsonists doing nothing as they set fire to buildings? Is it the kids laughing as they film the looting and the beatings on their iPhones? Maybe it's the famous people in LA who are raising money online to support the rioters. They're all just peaceful protesters. Yeah, we support that. It's who we are. What about the president? Where was he during all of this? Well, on Friday night after the show, Leland Vittert and a cameraman headed to Lafayette Square in Washington to cover what was happening outside the White House. Here's what happened next.
Oh yeah, they started attacking this Fox journalist.
Fox News reporter is getting chased out by the George Floyd protesters here in front of at Lafayette Park. Look, there's water being thrown on the reporter here. And look, this protester just took his mic. And they just threw the mic at the reporter here. As you see, guys, things are spiraling here quick at the protest.
That was in Lafayette Square in the center of our capital city. And the tape raised a troubling question. If you can't keep a Fox News correspondent from getting attacked directly across the street from your house, how can you protect my family? How are you going to protect the country? How hard are you trying? On Twitter the next morning, the president reassured America that he and his family were just fine.
Oh, good. Glad you're okay, Don.
The federally funded bodyguards had kept them safe. He did not mention protecting the rest of the nation, much of which was then on fire. He seemed aware only of himself. For people who like Donald Trump, who voted for Donald Trump, who support his policies, who have defended him for years and years against the most absurd kinds of slander, this was a distressing moment. The first requirement of leadership is that you watch over the people in your care. That's what soldiers want from their officers. It's what families need from their fathers. It's what voters demand from their presidents. People will put up with almost anything if you do that. You can regularly say embarrassing things on television. You can hire Omarosa to work at the White House.
It's an overhand right in his fucking face.
All of that will be forgiven if you protect your people. But if you do not protect them, or worse than that, if you seem like you can't be bothered to protect them, then you're done. It's over. People will not forgive weakness. That's the one thing. By the way, that is not a partisan point. It is human nature. Nero is the only Roman emperor whose name most people still remember. Why? Because he abandoned his nation in a time of crisis, and 2,000 years later, we still don't forgive him.
That's a fucking great point. That point is fucking great.
Donald Trump's response to these riots, which is ongoing, is the singular test of his presidency. About an hour ago, the president announced that he's going to marshal all available forces, military and civilian.
Great. No. Yeah, now, 3 days later, after cities burned to the fucking ground. Now we're going. No. It's cool, but it's fine. Your family's okay. And I've been tweeting about polls. My poll numbers are up, folks. Fake news. Poll numbers are up. Everybody loves me. 3 days later, cities are burned to the ground. Businesses are never fucking coming back. But now we're going to do something about it.
Civilian to stop these riots.
If a city or state refuses to take the actions that are necessary to defend the life and property of their residents, then I will deploy the United States military and quickly solve the problem for them.
This would have been great if it was 6 fucking days ago. But I get it. Fake news, they're lying. Fake news, Sleepy Biden, fake news, Sleepy Biden, fake. People would have respected you more had you fucking done something immediately. But no, there's people telling you what to do. Because you know what we're realizing, guys? And it pains me to say it too, because you know I've defended him a lot. It pains me to say it. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. He has no clue.
Good for him. Immediately after that address, the president walked over to St. John's.
That was burned, that was charred on the inside, and we lost valuable books. But he's walking over to it now holding a Bible, because we're going to pander now, folks.
Which, as we just told you, was burning fewer than 24 hours ago. And that provided a powerful symbolic gesture. It was a declaration that this country, our national symbols, our oldest institutions, will not be desecrated and defeated by nihilistic destruction. We fervently hope this all works. What Americans want most right now is an end to this chaos. They want their cities to be saved. They want this to stop immediately. If the commander-in-chief cannot stop it, he will lose in November. The left will blame him for the atrocities they encouraged, and some voters will agree. Donald Trump is the president. Presidents save countries. That's their job. That's why we hire them. It's that simple.
Which leader knows what to do? I don't know, but you do something. You don't sit there quietly, and you heard, by the way, you heard the leaked stuff that came out of his cabinet that was now been confirmed, by the way, and it was Kushner saying we shouldn't do anything. Pence didn't even comment about it. There was a moratorium on this when Minneapolis was burning. Nobody was fucking talking about it. Nothing was done. Literally nothing was done. What can you do? You could deploy the National Guard 6 days ago. That's what you could do. Look, you can defend this if you want. But I'm not going to put on my partisan fucking blinders on and pretend like this was handled well, because if it wasn't. Because if this was Hillary that was doing it, every fucking one of you, one of us, me included, by the way, I'm not even going to shit on you guys, everybody, would right now be in a fervor going, cities are burning down and this bitch is not doing anything. He didn't do anything. People fucking died, dude. Buildings were lost forever. Do you want me to play the video of that woman who can't get on the bus and go to the dollar store and shop anymore? Or do you want me to play the video of the Dallas store owner that got beat over the head? What he could have done is what he's doing now. He could have done this 6 days ago. Deploy the fucking military. Deploy the National Guard. Fucking do something. It's called a show of strength. But here we found out why he didn't.
Some key advisors around the president don't seem to...
Trump was quick to defend a drone halfway across the globe, but not his local. That is correct. Remember when we almost went to war with Iran over a fucking robot plane?
Understand this or the gravity of the moment. No matter what happens, they'll tell you, our voters aren't going anywhere. The trailer parks are rock solid. What choice do they have? They've got to vote for us. Jared Kushner, for one, has made that point out loud. No one has more contempt for Donald Trump's voters than Jared Kushner does, and no one expresses it more frequently. In 2016, Donald Trump ran as a law and order candidate because he meant it, and his views remain fundamentally unchanged today. But the president's famously sharp instincts, the ones that won him the presidency almost 4 years ago, have been since subverted at every level by Jared Kushner.
Be careful, Tucker. By the way, I agree with him. Subverted? You guys might think he doesn't know what he's doing. You guys might think he doesn't, but he does. This wording, this monologue was written meticulously and carefully. This was written with purpose and with a point. Now, you could sit here and say, maybe, guy, if I'm reading into it, tell me I'm reading into it. You go ahead and tell me I'm reading into it.
That won him the presidency almost 4 years ago have been since subverted at every level by Jared Kushner. This is true on immigration, on foreign policy, and especially on law enforcement. As crime in this country continues to rise, Jared Kushner has led a highly aggressive effort to let more criminals out of prison and back onto the streets. This is reckless. At this moment in time, it's insane. It continues to happen. The president seems to sense this. At times, he seems aware he's being led in the wrong direction. He often derides Kushner as a liberal, and that's correct. Kushner is. But Kushner has convinced the president that throwing open the prisons is the key to winning African-American votes in the fall, and that those votes are essential to his reelection. Several times over the past few days, the president has signaled that he would very much like to crack down on rioters. That is his instinct. If you've watched him, you believe it. But every time he has been talked out of it by Jared Kushner and by aides that Kushner has hired and controls. Kushner's assumption, apparently, is that African-American voters like looting. That is wrong. Normal Americans of all colors hate looting. Obviously, why wouldn't they hate looting? They're decent people. So what are the lessons of all that we have seen, and we've seen so much over the past 5 days? America's going to change because of this, that is certain. What can we learn from it? What should we demand going forward? The first thing to know is that we can no longer accept race baiting from our leaders. Never. That has become so common now that we barely notice it, but it is dividing and destroying this country. We should make them stop. Yesterday,
this is fucking the most aggravating thing that you could watch.
For example, Mayor Jenny Durkin of Seattle tweeted this, and we're quoting, "I want to acknowledge that much of the violence and destruction, both here in Seattle and across the country, has been instigated and perpetrated by white men."
It was white men. Guys, you're looking at it. It was white men, obviously. It's always white people. You know that. You know it's always white people. Come on. Are you not paying attention, folks? It's always white people. Many times, white people who change their last names for no reason. Many times, white people that have citizenships to both countries.
Quote, "Is that factually true? Who knows? Who cares? The skin color of criminals is totally irrelevant to how we prosecute them for the crimes they commit. It must be irrelevant. Otherwise, we're committing the bigotry we claim to abhor. Yet everywhere on television and social media, prominent people are now talking exactly like this. Not just a few crackpots, thousands of people, well-known people. They are amplifying race hatred at exactly the moment that we need it least, at the moment when it's the most dangerous. This is Art Acevedo. Acevedo is the police chief.
Did you guys see this guy, Acevedo guy, in Houston that blamed it on white skateboarders?
Houston. Houston is the fourth biggest city in this country. Acevedo's job, his sworn duty, is to enforce the law fairly and evenly, regardless of the ethnicity of the suspect. Watch this and tell us if you think he's capable of doing that. Do you think he's even interested? Here's Art Acevedo from over the weekend.
My people, as an immigrant, were rapists. We know what? We built this country.
No, you didn't. I'm a fucking Cuban person. I'm Hispanics. No, they didn't. We didn't fucking build this country. All right? It wasn't us. Shut the fuck up. You're full of shit. We built something, sure. So did fucking Irish people. Shut the fuck up, you fucking losers. So do white people. All right? So do black people. Shut up. We built. You pandering faggot. They're going to come for you, too. You can pander all you want, you piece of shit. They're going to come for you, too.
We ain't going nowhere.
Houston, huh? How great's Houston?
The ship has sailed. So if you've got hate in your
Let it out. What's he turning into, Clinton Bixby?
People of color, get over it. Because this city is a minority-majority city.
This city is a minority-majority city.
My people. If a
my people, my family, and my people.
Police chief of any color said that, we would attack him instantly and we would mean it. It is wrong. When you run a law enforcement agency, you don't get to consider, quote, my people, much less claim your people deserve some kind of special consideration because they, quote, built this country. No. Your obligation is not to consider your people, but all people, and consider them equally. Period. Art Acevedo is not even trying to do that. Imagine being arrested by this creep. Think you'd get a fair shake? There's almost nothing that hurts America more than this. If you are worried about the rise of extremism here, and honestly, you should be worried, this kind of insanity is absolutely certain to cause it. And let's be clear, when we say extremism, we're not talking about unconventional views that get you bounced off Twitter or scolded by the corporate HR department. We mean actual extremism, where people espouse violence against other people.
Now, let me. That was great. That was just a piece of it. The 26-minute thing is up on Tucker if you want to watch it. I have shit on this guy. This guy I'm about to play many, many times. He's a Florida sheriff, Grady Judd. And trust me, I have made fun of him, and I think rightfully so many times. But now he's getting shit for this statement, and I want to know what you guys think. He's getting shit for this statement, and I want to know what you think. Grady Judd, Polk County Sheriff.
But we have received information in social media that some of the criminals were going to take their criminal conduct into the neighborhoods. I would tell them, if you value your life, you probably shouldn't do that in Polk County, because the people of Polk County like guns. They have guns. I encourage them to own guns, and they're going to be in their homes tonight with their guns loaded. And if you try to break into their homes to steal, to set fires, I'm highly recommending they blow you back out of the house with their guns.
What was wrong about what he said? Stand your ground, castle doctrine, motherfucker. You're right. And by the way, I have fucking shit on this man many a times. But hell yeah. Absolutely right. Abso-fucking-lutely right. You come into somebody's house, you're gonna get fucking shot. Period. Fucking period. Because the police aren't gonna protect you, folks. The police aren't going to protect you.
Whoa! Look at that.
One of the best recording moments last night on Trenton's stream. Sub to Trenton Wade on YouTube and follow him on @DarkHorse1981 on Twitter.
Yes, absolutely.
Dude does great stuff.
You're fucking right about everything you just fucking said. This is the fucking enemy. And don't these people ever forget. No, come on. That's you. Let me explain something to you.
Explain something to me.
Whoa! Look at that.
Thank you.
My dad says the following regarding the stand-down orders. Once again, 34 years on job. Retired. I agree. Dems will inflict anything to win. The DNC takes money from Chi-Coms.
Chi-Coms? Absolutely sure. That's true.
Look at that.
I love when Tucker reveals his libertarian power level. Bring back the base bow tie.
Bring back the bow tie, baby.
Whoa! Look at that.
I think Tucker's monologues are great because he really crystallizes ideas well and gives people good ammo. He definitely puts a lot of work into making everything he says very clear, and that's great for lazy, ignorant people who aren't gonna research.
I agree with that. I would agree with that.
Whoa! Look at that.
I lost faith in Trump years ago, but do you think he let this because if he was heavy-handed out of the gate he wouldn't be called a racist? Trump Zionist ball and chain. Ryan Dawson explains a lot.
Here's the thing with that though. He would have been called he would have they're gonna call him racist anyway. How has he not learned that in the past 3 years, going on 4 years? They're going to call him racist no matter what. If he started on Monday or if he started today, it doesn't make a fucking difference. It's never going to be enough. They're going to call you a racist no matter what. They're going to call me a racist no matter what. They're going to call you a racist no matter what because my Foot Locker and my business insurance. It doesn't matter. Stop caring. Stop fucking caring what people call you. I learned that lesson the hard way doing this show. The first year of the show, I went to the Moore rally. I covered it. I was trolling people, making fun of boomers. And at the end of that weekend, I was in the SPLC's hate watch list, and they called me. My family's from Cuba, by the way. My last name is Lopez. Look at me. They called me a hardcore white supremacist. You could look it up. The article's still up. They called me a hardcore white supremacist. My name is out there with me being a hardcore white supremacist. You can't care. Stop caring what people fucking call you. Doing the right thing, doing what you're supposed to do, shouldn't be incumbent on what other people may think of you or may say of you. You should do the right thing because it's the right thing. Not because you're worried about backlash. Not because you're worried about what people are going to call you a racist. If you're not a racist, as long as you know you're not one, it doesn't matter what people call you. Because that's the whole point, man. That's the point of the Twitter culture, of the Facebook culture, of the internet culture in general, of all of it is that if they scare you enough and if they call you enough names, you'll walk away with your tail between your legs and you won't say anything because you're gonna be afraid. If enough people stop caring, they don't have that power anymore. All of that then goes away. The fact that Trump gives a flying fuck because of what Jared Subversive Kushner says blows my mind. Enough. Enough. Stop being afraid of what they call you. Stop being afraid of what they say. It doesn't matter. Look at the people that are calling you this. Look at the lives that they live. Look at what they want for this country. Who gives a shit what they call you? Who cares? Because you could pander to these people. How long have we been doing? Let's start with the Obama administration. You could pander to these people for 12 years, going on 12 years now. You could pander every single day. You saw the video of the white woman that got on her knees because the guy said, "I'm Black Lives Matter," or "I'm asking you to get on your knees." You could get on your knees. You could kiss black Israelites' boots. You could do all that. You could do everything you want. You could change your profile tag. You could say you stand in solidarity. You could blame yourself for something you can't control. You could go on like these fucking celebrities do. You could go online and you could blame yourself for being white. You could apologize for something that you can't control. You can't control who you were born to. You can't control what your skin color is. I can't. Nobody can. It's not something you could do. You could apologize for something that you can't have that you have no control over to these people, and we've been doing it. I'm not saying all of you have, but society has. We've seen it every day. We cover it every day on this show. We cover it every day on Revenge of the Sis. We cover it all the time. And it won't matter. Because it's never going to be enough. It's never going to be enough. Stop trying to appease them. Stop negotiating with emotional terrorists. Don't negotiate with these people. It's not worth it for you, for your family, and for the future, quite frankly, for the future of this fucking, not even country, planet. Don't. You don't owe anybody an apology for being born the way you were born. You don't owe anybody apology for living your life the way you live it. You don't owe anybody apology for locking your door at night. You don't owe anybody apology for living in a nice neighborhood because you don't want to live in a bad one. You don't owe anybody an apology for being upset that they're burning your city down. You don't. You don't owe anybody an apology for some fucking stupid ass fucking retarded cop in Minneapolis did. You don't owe them an apology. Stop giving it to them. Stop. Because they take it, they wipe your ass with it, and then they enact policies to make you poorer, to make you live like shit, and to take away your freedom. Enough. Enough. I frankly am done. Thank you, Pro Clutcher. I frankly am done playing your game. This is, and I'm sorry I'm going to get nerdy here, the Kobayashi Maru. You can't win it. There's no way to win this scenario. So the only thing you could do is what Kirk did. You fuck up the very system of the game you're trying to play. That's it. That's all you can do. Stop feeling sorry. Whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're Hispanic, whether you're Asian, Middle Eastern, I don't care. Stop saying sorry. Enough.
Whoa! Look at that.
Donk just donated $3. Thank you. And it's King James now. It says, I didn't hear about books, but pastor of St. John's was on Fox while Trump was walking over there, stated that there was only damage to a just renovated children care room where the fire was set. None of the historic rooms within the church are being... Okay, that's actually good news. I didn't know that. I guess I was just looking at the early stuff. But... enough. Done. We all should be done. If you don't think the system is rigged, if you don't think the system is a joke, 5 days ago before this started, we were talking about the invisible enemy in a virus. I haven't seen any newscaster, not one, talk about this virus. Nobody cares. Because in reality, what we're learning is if this virus was such a plague, no amount of rioting would oversight the fact that there's dead people are dying, man, because it's not. It never mattered. It never was a real issue. It never was. Nobody wants to talk about the real issues. Nobody wants to talk about people ODing because of pharmaceutical companies. Nobody wants to talk about China basically controlling our economy and buying out every other country around them to become one of the biggest superpowers in the world. Nobody wants to talk about them owning our all of our medicine, all of our PPEs. Nobody wants to talk about that. That's uncomfortable. And also because the lobbyists control our government. They give money to these people and they make sure they do it. Nobody wants to talk about the money we give certain Middle Eastern, and not just Israel, because that's easy. Saudi Arabia, Israel, you give certain Middle Eastern countries that give us nothing in return. Nobody wants to talk about us going to war and being in perpetual war since the year 2000. continually for 20 years been at war and having people dying over there if you ask them, we don't even know anymore. Nobody wants to talk about that. We want to talk about some fake racial inequality in this country to make some sort of point. And at the end, none of these fucking people pandering, hey, black people, I hate to tell you this, none of these people pandering to you give a flying fuck about you. And if you think they do, then you're stupid, because they don't. Nobody cares. And guess what? White people and right-wing people, as we've learned, none of these Dan Crenshaws and fucking conservative people in the fucking Congress or the Senate or anything, they don't care about you either. They don't fucking care. They care about running the clock out as long as they can, and they get a cushy gig at CNN or Fox News being an analyst, and if they're lucky, they'll become an anchor. That's it. I understand I'm just a fat Cuban guy who tries to be funny on the internet. I get it. And I'm not even saying listen to me. I'm a moron. Maybe I'm 100% wrong. But I'm telling you how I feel. I'm telling you that I've had it. And I'm done. Give no ground. Give them no ground. They haven't earned it. They haven't deserved it. They want your trust. Make them earn it. Because right now, they sure as fuck lost mine.
Whoa! Look at that.
Good morning to my favorite Pakistani. You just Kobayashi this mother father. I still don't apologize for telling everyone you're Pakistani. Great show today, brother. How about some new boot goofing?
You're right. You're right. There's only one cop. There's only one. Oh, if I can find it. Where is it? I don't even have it pulled up. I'll pull it up. It's fine. There's only one cop that could help us in this time of need. Only one. And that's this cop.
Sorry, my brakes are getting squirrely on me. I've had some boots on layaway here at Zapateria La Bailarina. Oh! 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 Wait, what? What? Oh! What? Oh! I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. Genuine ostrich. 3 payments. Oh! Oh!
I don't know, man. Not even this is helping.
I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. Genuine ostrich. 3 payments. Oh! I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. Genuine ostrich. 3 payments. I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. Just goofing. New boot, goofing. Genuine ostrich. 3 payments. Oh!
Come on, we can find something to cheer you up. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe butts? I guess we could try butts. Let's see if butts cheer me up. Send Bob's and Vagines at Hippo Juice Film. That'll make me feel better. Maybe not. But it's worth a try. Let's see if this helps.
And let me tell you something. I ain't gonna front. A bitch is scared. A bitch is scared. Guess what, bitch? Coronavirus. Shit is real. Coronavirus. Shit is getting real. Coronavirus. Shit is real. Coronavirus. Shit is getting real.
Llego a un lugar y la hago así a todo el mundo. Pa, 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 es la que hay. Llego a un lugar y la hago así a todo el mundo. Pa, 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 es la que hay. Dame un break. Estoy flaquito. Pum, 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 pum. Estoy flaquito. Pum, dame un break.
I know, it helps a bit, but it's still sad, right? Still sad. I'm going to try something else. So we tried that. Let's try. Okay, this will work. This will work because I'm already sad anyway, and this always makes me feel better.
How did they know that my wife took it all? And I'm not researching roles. How did they know? Ziggy, if you hear me, take me far, far from here. Let me leap to 89, that was a better year. I miss my old Camaro and my mansion in Van Nuys. Wish I still hung with Nash Bridges, play poker with the four guys. Oh, Ziggy, can you see my tears? Ziggy! Take me far, far from here.
That's how I feel. It didn't make me feel better, but boy, did it really, Crystal? I want to leap far, far, far from here. Let's try this. Let's see if this works.
I throw my ninja star, oh so very far. I do karate moves with the go-go grooves. I learn my ninja kicks while watching Netflix. I try to everything like on the big screen. And you guys,
You think
know
this will
what?
help?
I might do it. I might be a ninja soon. I gonna be ninja.
This will help. This will help me feel better.
I gonna be ninja. I gonna chop, chop, chop chow down, take chow down to Chinatown. I gonna be ninja. I practice every day. I practice every way. I don't always do good. I really wish I could. I drink from sippy cup. You know I won't give up. I gotta try my best. You can't expect no less. That chow has not a clue. It's too good to be true. I'm making progress. Feels good, I must confess. I catch a flying.
Does this help everybody? Come on, guys. It's got to help a little bit.
I take down anyone.
No, it's not helping.
This
All right,
is getting-
it's still not helping. Come on, I'm gonna go. We're not leaving until we're a little until everyone's even a little bit happier. I don't want you all to leave bummed. I don't want you to come here and leave bummed. Come on, let's try this.
Have you ever had a dream that you could don't do skid you don't do skid you want
Does this help?
you could don't do skid you don't do skid you want don't do skid you could don't do skid you don't do skid you want don't do skid you could don't do skid you don't do skid you want don't do skid you could. Have you ever had a dream
Today, Junior?
Does this help?
You want him to do you so much you could do anything?
Did that help? Maybe a little bit. I don't know. I'm trying. I'm trying the best that I can. All right. What about this? This always makes me feel better. This always makes me feel better. We all know this. This is gonna work. This is gonna work.
I'm retarded?
Did that help? It's a nice shirt, by the way. You can get it on revengeofthesis.com/shop. I feel like that helped a lot of people. I feel like we could joke around and all that stuff, but I do feel like that. Look, I'm getting there, folks. I'm going to try one more, and then I really do got to go. I got to try one more, and then I'm going to go. Okay? Let me play these donations first before I try this next one. Hold on.
Whoa! Look at that.
Skinhead, deadhead, everybody gone bad situation, aggravation, everybody allegation in the Sweet on the news, everybody. Dog food, bang bang, shot dead, everybody's gone mad. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us.
Nice one.
Whoa!
Do me, boom me, everybody do
Is it
me.
safe to drive into Orlando? The VA is making me go to Lake Nona for the MRI on my knee. Great show today.
Yeah, you're fine. Orlando's, it's nothing crazy. Tampa's worse.
Good day.
Thank you, you're the hero, disarming that Antifa guy and settle with the cops stolen our 15 made. Me respect you so much.
What was it me? Semper?
Whoa! Look at that.
Maybe this will cheer you
It
up.
won't.
Remember
It
when
won't.
this was fun?
The coronavirus parodies? No. I was just feeling better.
Don't let them in. Don't let them breathe.
Oh my God.
6 feet away is where you
Why are
have
you
to
doing
be.
this?
Conceal your face.
Why are you doing
and
this?
wash your hands. Make one.
Whoa! Look at that.
Here, champ.
Oh, this does help. This will help. I know what you're playing, and this will help. Thank you, Moose. Thank you, Moose. Brings me back to my childhood. Not-
Please